Chinese Communist Party knows what happened here. They know who patient zero was. They know precisely where this began. We need to get to the bottom of this because this could happen again.
So that's Mike Pompeo with us yesterday. Suspicions growing about the origins of COVID and possible links from that lab in Wuhan, China. There's a group of Republicans demanding answers concerning research possibly funded by the U.S. Senator Ron Johnson is among the lawmakers leading that effort. Senator, good morning to you. Why has the mainstream media taken a sudden interest in this lab leak story?
Well, first of all, one of their own finally issued and wrote a very important article. Nicholas Wade, a former New York Times science reporter, really laid out the case for a lab source of this virus. And so now all of a sudden it's acceptable. But you know, the evidence of the creation of this in a lab or the leaking of a lab from a lab has been hidden in plain sight for literally months. But the mainstream media just won't pick it up in the story. And unfortunately, Dr. Fauci poo-pooed it, dismissed it, ridiculed it. And so I think a group of senators and Mike Gallagher as well in the House, we want honest and complete answers from Dr. Fauci and Dr. Collins.
Well, when Fauci was asked about it a few days ago, he seemed to suggest that every theory is still alive. What did you make of that comment, to paraphrase him?
Well, he's finally being honest, but he was dismissive a year ago, and you have to ask yourself why. You know, why was so dismissive of something that was really pretty obvious? And you also have to ask the media, why did they vilify people like Senator Cotton, who came out and, again, what just relayed was an obvious truth that this is certainly a possibility.
Fauci's direct quote was, "I'm not convinced we should continue to investigate in China." I mentioned Pompeo with us yesterday. Here's how he, when asked the question as to whether or not we will ever know, here is the former Secretary of State.
This would have been early January of 2020, when we were still trying to figure out precisely what was about to hit the world. And the Chinese Communist Party had gone completely dark. They wouldn't take our phone calls. They wouldn't answer our questions. We sent inquiries. We couldn't get a straight answer. Our ambassador, Ambassador Branstad, couldn't get a straight answer. The Chinese Communist Party clearly knew they had a problem. They didn't want the world to know it. And I'm convinced they still know they have a problem and don't want us to know it.
And the question then is, will we ever know, Senator?
Let's hope so. But we need to also have the full story here as well. Our letter is really asking NIH Director Collins to tell us more about this gain of function pause, and also the exception for national security concerns and reasons. So we asked something like 17 questions that are really kind of getting to the heart of issue in terms of what the U.S. government health agencies funded in terms of gain of function research, creating chimeric viruses, and how we cooperated with, for example, Dr. Shi, who worked at the Wuhan lab. So again, all this has been available for months. The evidence has been hidden in plain sight. The media hasn't wanted to pick it up, and certainly Dr. Fauci hasn't wanted to really talk about it. And when he does talk about it, he uses very lawyerly phrases, and that just increases my curiosity.
At this hearing, Senator, a week ago when you had the back and forth with Rand Paul, Fauci pretty much suggested that there was no U.S. money that went toward gain of function. Did he not say that in the back and forth?
Well, again, it was a very lawyerly response, and you have to parse his words very carefully. And I think our letter is really designed to not allow them to parse their words anymore. We're just asking straight-up questions. I'm hoping they answer them honestly and completely, but I'm also hoping that investigative members of the press also look into this and start asking these very same questions.
Senator, thank you for coming on today, and we shall continue to ask the questions in due course. Thank you, Senator Ron Johnson.
Have a good day.